comment or by a question, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wishlist all in the description box below. I really do appreciate anybody who has been doing any of those things. It really is a great way to give back to the people who are here to give to you on a regular basis. And until we have some people here, I'm going to get started with the messages that our ancestors want to bring us today, because I feel like our ancestors are the ones that are talking the loudest today. Dancing may help you to be able to get in touch with your inner child and be able to free yourself from any hardship, hurt, or pain that you've been experiencing. There may be some grieving that you're going through at this time. And I feel like getting out of your comfort zone and really expressing yourself in some sort of way is going to help a lot with this. Money mantra. Moonlight Scorpio. She is awesome and I love her videos. She has some really great affirmation songs that you can listen to on a regular basis for manifesting, and she is found on YouTube. Gotta thank the universe for all that I receive. Anything is possible if you just believe. I've been manifesting money, you know I got receipts. I attract abundance, I know I will receive. Money flow quickly, money flow easy. Every dime I spend back in my pocket, make it ×3. Money flow thickly, money flow swiftly. For the good of all and harm to none, it's on its way to me. I am protected, I am connected, I am at peace, my bank account happy. I'm taking care of me, don't got nobody else to please. I'm grateful for all I got, already I'm complete. She's great, just amazing. And you know, you should check out her videos if you have not yet. So that was Moonlight Scorpio. And that was the Money Mantra song. Someone is upset that you chose happiness and peace over the drama and chaos. You decided that you were no longer a player in their games, and now they are playing alone. But soon there will be a game over. They will get bored or caught at it. So if you have been working really hard to bring some sort of manifestation into life around you, then taking some time out for some play, for some happiness, for some joy is really going to help you. Dancing is really going to help you a lot, like I was saying at the beginning of this, and then the song came out too. So dancing while you're manifesting is going to make that manifesting power even greater, and you are really going to see a lot of improvements coming into your life for all the work that you've been doing, and for your ability to walk head held high away from the drama and the chaos and the BS that people have been trying to start in your life. And you're really going to be noticing a lot of changes and improvements coming into your life at this time. Hi guys, thanks for being here today. Death, the 8 of Wands, the Sun, and the 2 of Wands. So you're making the choice and the decision to be able to see things in a different way than you used to be able to see them in the past. You are really focusing very clearly on your path, on your purpose, and you are following all the signs and the synchronicities that you're receiving. You're really feeling like there's a lot of hope, a lot of faith, a lot of trust and belief in your purpose, in the divine plan. You're really coming into a very patient and stable energy. In the past, you may not have been feeling so calm and peaceful about situations, but even if this hasn't quite happened yet, it's going to be happening in the near future, that there's going to be a lot being revealed to you that has been hidden. A lot of the answers for why things had to play out the way that they did. A lot of answers for why certain situations ended or had to transform in some sort of way. I feel like you're coming into an energy of feeling very motivated, very ambitious, very happy, optimistic, joyful. And I feel like a lot of that is because you're getting more in touch with your inner child again, and you're allowing yourself to really just play, dance, have fun, get out there and enjoy life, instead of feeling like you're stuck or stagnant or you can't move around or do what you want to do. You're going to be feeling like you have the ability in your hands to be able to create the life that you desire, and you're going to be making the choices to do just that. Instead of staying stuck or feeling stagnant, you're going to be realizing that you're the one who controls that, and you're the one who decides when it's time to move and when it isn't. I also feel like there's going to be some sort of messages coming in or being received in the near future that is going to transform a lot of the way that you've been thinking about things as well. There's going to be a lot of things being revealed to you that may have been hidden in the past, and a lot of things are going to be coming to light. A lot of things are going to be being exposed in general, especially if you were dealing with somebody who was playing a lot of games. Yeah, you're dignity, your integrity, your calm manner, your ability to really remain in a peaceful state is going to pay off. And also, your walk is speaking far louder than somebody else's talk was. Somebody may have been trying to convince people that you were the one playing the games, that you were the one causing the drama, the conflict, the chaos. But your ability to maintain your integrity and your dignity and to really deal with situations from a peaceful, calm state is really starting to show who you are inside. And if you haven't been doing that, then it's time to start stepping into that power, because you have that power within you to not allow the outside world and all the external things going on to drag you down or cause you to leave your peaceful state. I really feel like you have been spreading a lot of love, light, and life to the world around you, and you have been rekindling a lot of things that may have been dead and buried as well. There could definitely have been a situation that came to an end where there's going to be a reconciliation or a peaceful compromise in some sort of way as well. The truth is going to be being revealed about paths that people chose and actions that people took. And these actions that people have taken that are going to be seen finally, that have been hidden, may actually cause there to be a reconciliation of some sort as well. Somebody might have actually put out the energy to right the wrongs that they made in some form or shape. I'm kind of hearing you did so much for me, and now it's my turn to do something for you. We have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Hermit, and the Tower. So something that fell apart, and even though it fell apart, and even though you were heartbroken, you were hurt, you were in pain, you may have even taken some time alone to yourself, away from the rest of the world, for that healing, that introspection, to learn and understand and grow from what had happened. And I feel like you have been making your way slowly back out of this energy and coming back to life again. I feel like whoever this person is that broke your heart in the past, they may have been very in and out, very hot and cold, very on and off. Some of them could have even been people who were running around with other people. And I feel like they thought that you were doing that. But in all actuality, the reason they thought that you were doing that is because of their own actions, and they're kind of being forced to look in the mirror now with how you've been handling the situation and the things that have been going on in your life, and how there's been a lot of things falling apart, but you've still been able to stand strong. You've really still been able to handle everything. You've still been able to maintain your integrity, your dignity, your calm, peaceful state. And I really feel like they're seeing things from a whole new perspective now and understanding things from a whole new perspective. I feel like choices were made in the past that caused a lot of heartbreak, that caused a lot of disruption. And now choices are being made to follow your peace and follow this path that is bringing you a lot of happiness and joy. And also, I really feel like there's going to be a very good love connection coming into the lives of the majority of the people watching this right now, that there's going to be something where both parties can trust each other and respect each other, where both parties are able to freely live their life and still able to have a connection together as well, because there's a lot of trust, there's a lot of solidity, there is a independence and a freedom, yet there is a coming together and a love and a harmony between two people. And this could be a relationship, but this could also be with a family member of some sort as well. You have chosen to free yourself from the toxic things that were keeping you bound in the past, from this feeling of everything constantly falling apart as well, from this feeling of not being able to handle things, because you've been able to see just how many things you could handle when things were going wrong, and just how good you were at being able to stand in your power, just how good you were at being able to handle everything that's been thrown your way. You're really growing, you're learning, you're understanding yourself better, you're understanding what your passions are, you're understanding what you want. You had to go through everything that you went through so that you could see inside yourself better, and so that you can learn about yourself more, and so that you can understand the people around you better as well. You really have learned a lot from everything that you have gone through. You've learned a lot about your passions, about your desires, about what you're going to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with, about what you really want, what you really don't want in your life. And you have been able to end things and situations with people that you just really are not vibing with. which is allowing you to open the door to people that are more on your vibrational level. It's also increasing your ability to be able to create and manifest in your life as well. So that's what I have for that portion of the message. If anybody wanted to be able to ask a question or donate to the channel, you can find my PayPal, Cash App, and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. And let's see what else our guides want to talk about today. Allow the negativity and the attitude of lack to fall away. Notice and appreciate the things that you have to be grateful for in your life. Feel the abundance all around you and be at peace. So it's time to truly see and recognize the good things in your life, to understand that just because you don't have everything that you want doesn't mean that there aren't good things in your life at present. And to understand that in finding that gratitude and reaching that level of peace and happiness with what you have going on now, you will be able to manifest much greater things into your life as well, because you'll be in a much higher vibrational state. You are starting to notice and break the karmic cycles, patterns handed down through time. Accept that your parents did the best that they could at the time with the tools that they had. They loved you and they tried to show it, although most of them didn't even know what love really was, and neither did you. Forgive yourself as a parent or as a partner who didn't know how to love, and forgive others. Forgive your partners too, and pray for healing for you. Pray for healing for you all and lead the way to a victory. You have it in you to heal. Spread your story, inspiring others as you go and really making an impact, but only through acceptance of yourself and others as human and forgiveness of the mistakes and harmful beliefs or actions can you acknowledge and lead a new way of love and light as a light worker. So, it's really time to start seeing the truth of things, to start seeing where you might not have noticed some of the amazing things in your life, where you might not have shown gratitude for those things or those people, and where people may have hurt you, yes, but sometimes people aren't necessarily intending to hurt you. It wasn't their intentions. A lot of times when people hurt you, it's because they are hurting themselves, or because they have went through hard things themselves, or because they just don't know how to show that love, that kindness, that care in the right ways. And a lot of them have never been shown that love, that kindness, or care in the right ways either. So how would you expect them to know that? And the person who can lead them to that is you, through showing them that, through showing them what it means to truly love people, by showing them what it means to truly support or care about people's thoughts, opinions, ideas, what they want to do with their life, things like that. By really being a support network to others, you can show others how to do that. You're really aligning yourself. You're finding that strength inside yourself. You are really getting grounded. It's time to align yourself. If you're not feeling aligned and at peace with your past, or with your past, yeah. If you're not feeling aligned and at peace with your past, or with your present, or with your future, then it's time to really delve into the reasons why, to understand those reasons, and to speak the truth about who you are, what you want, what you feel. Have hope, optimism, faith, and trust, and know that just because you speak the truth about something doesn't mean it's going to happen the way that you want it to happen either. But that doesn't matter, because what are you going to regret at the end of the day? Are you going to regret speaking your truth, or are you going to regret keeping that truth to yourself because you were too afraid to express it? And because I know that myself, if a time came in the future where all I could think about was, shit, what if I would have said something? What if I would have did something? I didn't say what I wanted to say. I didn't express how I felt. I didn't let people know what was on my mind. What if I would have? Would things have been any different? And when you start catching yourself doing that, forgive yourself for those things, for one thing. But also, if you don't want to be doing those things again in the future, then you need to start speaking your mind now. You need to start speaking your truth. You need to start speaking your true feelings and what you truly want in life. And you really need to get in touch with your intuition so that you can express yourself in that manner instead of from a place of fear or lack or hurt or pain. Aligning yourself yet again. Aligning yourself, working on chakra healing. I actually do have some readings that I did about a month ago or so that are about chakra healing and what you need to work on chakra-wise. There are definitely some people here who need to delve into where they may be out of alignment in their chakras. You are really meant to be seen. You're meant to be heard. You are meant to be a beacon of hope and light in this world. And the only way that you can do that is if you align yourself with your innermost truth and you expose that innermost truth to the world around you. Stop worrying about people seeing you. Stop worrying about being exposed. Stop worrying about whether or not you're pure good or pure evil or not, because there's no such thing, for one thing. Every single person on this planet is human. We have both good and evil inside of ourselves. Are we going to keep allowing our fear to lead us? Because that fear leads us to being the people that we don't want to be, the hurtful people, the hateful people, the judgmental people, the self-righteous people, the people that are on a path of war and destruction, instead of the people that are on a path of love and light and truth and acceptance, acknowledgement. And all of those things are going to come from that peace inside of yourself. So taking the time out to work on you is really going to be very beneficial for your future leadership roles, because I feel like a lot of you watching this are going to be in future leadership roles. There's going to be a lot of people with their eyes on you, listening to you, looking up to you, looking to you for leadership. And if you want that leadership to be in a if you want to be making the proper choices as a leader, then you really need to be looking within to understand what could be causing you to be in a lower vibrational state. And you need to work on those things so that you can pull yourself up into a higher vibrational state, so that you can lead others into a higher vibrational state yourself. That's how we spread love. That's how we spread light. That's how we raise the vibration of the collective, is by raising our own vibrations so that the vibrations we are spreading are of a good nature. But also understanding and accepting that we all have each within us. The Chariot, the King of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Wow, there could definitely be a marriage proposal coming in for somebody here as well. Or you could be looking to make a marriage proposal yourself. And you might be worried that whatever this is, it's very aligned with you. It's very aligned with you, and it's going to lead you to success. Whatever you're working on is going to lead you to success, whether that's career-wise, whether that is traveling-wise, whether that is with a person and wanting to make an offer or a collaboration with somebody, or accepting an offer or a collaboration with somebody is really going to bring you a lot of success and a lot of stability. You're really going to be finding a lot of reasons to celebrate and enjoy life in the near future. It's time to really start celebrating your successes as well. It's time to start celebrating the progress that you've made, the achievements that you have unlocked within yourself and in the world around you. You have really been working on stepping into your power and stepping into your leadership, on going after what you want and showing others how that's done. And the way that we do that is by not feeling ashamed, guilty, or like what we want is wrong in some sort of way. What you want is not wrong, and what you want wants you. It's something where you are going to be making a lot of forward momentum and progression, because you are accepting both your shadow side and your light side. You are accepting that you have both good and bad inside of you, just like everyone else does, which means as you accept that inside yourself, you accept that inside of others, and you forgive others as you forgive yourself. We are our own worst critics, and a lot of times we hold things over our head that we don't even know that we're holding over our head. And you're really sorting that out. You're seeing that, you're understanding it, and you're understanding where you may have judged others harshly as you judged yourself harshly. And you are wanting a new beginning now, a new progress in your life. You are really grounding yourself and getting into this mindset of going after what I want does not make me a bad person. Going after what I need in my life does not make me a bad person. Going where I feel passionate and what I want to do, those things are going to be good for me. And those things are going to be just as good for everyone around me as they are for me as well. And this is going to bring a lot of opportunities into your life. A lot of new doors are going to be opening for you. I really feel like there is definitely going to be a very solid, committed, stable offer being made from somebody in this group towards somebody in this group, or that somebody in this group is going to be making a very solid, stable offer in the near future. And there's going to be a lot of solidity in this. There's going to be a very strong healing of your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to be feeling like they're no longer clamoring, like you are at peace, like you can sleep again, like you can eat again, like you can really rest and be happy, like you can enjoy things, you can celebrate things again. You're really going to be feeling like the whole world around you is just lit up and on fire. It's colorful again. The colors have come back. Instead of feeling like you've been in a gray, black, white, world of despair, hurt, pain, or hardship, or feeling like you can't sleep or you can't eat, or there's just something plaguing your mind and your thoughts constantly, you're really going to be getting grounded. You're going to be getting grounded and you're going to be finding that peace within. And that peace within is going to direct your actions towards what you truly want and towards accepting the offers that you truly want as well. Turning down the ones that you don't want too. Yeah, walking away from anything that doesn't serve your highest good. I feel like some of you may have even walked away from somebody in particular, even though there was a lot of love there. You walked away. The love wasn't spilled over or anything. You just left because you knew that this was the right thing that you needed to do for yourself. And this faith, this trust, this persistence, this dedication to your path, to your purpose, all of this is going to be being repaid, and really you're going to be seeing a very strong success. You walked away from any kind of conflict, competition, gossip, drama, chaos, any kind of lies. You have walked away from that. You have shown the universe that that is not the energy that you want in your life. And in doing so, you have agreed to bring in new energy into your life. You have shown the universe what you do want in your life. You have shown others what you do want in your life by walking away from this. So people know what kind of offer they need to bring as well. You've also walked away from any kind of constant overthinking, any kind of constant questioning of your path or your purpose, the questioning of whether or not the seeds you are planting are good seeds, the questioning of whether or not things are going to bloom and progress in your life. You are really starting to see that everything is falling into place naturally the way that it was meant to fall into place. And I really feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of good opportunities coming into your life for the work that you have done, the faith, the persistence, the dedication, the time, the effort, the energy you have put towards leaving behind any kind of conflicting thoughts, any kind of constant overthinking, any kind of drama, chaos, conflict, any kind of gossiping, any kind of anything like that that caused you to question yourself, your world around you, your leadership skills, your abilities, your passions, what you wanted, what you were dedicated to. You have walked away from anything that caused you to feel guilty, ashamed, afraid, or like you lack in some way and cannot achieve your goals. 2222 was just on the clock. So there is definitely going to be a lot of peace and harmony. Wow, I love that temperance just came out too. Peace, harmony, possibly reconciliations in your life. There's definitely going to be a lot of things healing in your life and in the world around you because of your dedication to your path and your purpose, because of your ability to dive into your emotions and remain grounded as you do, for your patience, your stability, your joy and happiness, your optimism, your optimistic view of life. Instead of constantly questioning things and constantly feeling like you're in lack or you lack in some way, you are now going to be really seeing the beauty all around you, the benefits all around you, the opportunities coming your way. You're really going to be seeing them and accepting them and really enjoying the fruits of your labor as well. The fruits of your labor are definitely getting ready to pay off. You know what? I'm going to grab a couple blessings cards for this part of the message as well. Awin, 3 rays of light, balancing the male and female energies, peace and harmony. You know what's funny about that? I actually have always had a fair amount of men watching my channel, but that has dramatically increased recently. And, yeah. You're really going to be balancing your masculine and your feminine energies, accepting both of those sides of yourself. As much as you are accepting the light and shadow sides of yourself, you are accepting the masculine and feminine sides of yourself. And as you accept both of those sides of yourself and accept yourself as a whole being, you are really going to start seeing things differently. You're going to see things that you might have missed in the past. You're going to see places where you may have been acting out because of your non-acceptance of yourself. You may have been acting out towards others or hurting others unintentionally or hurting yourself unintentionally in ways because you were not accepting certain aspects of yourself because there was labels placed on those things by this earthly realm that kept you from being able to expose or see those things in yourself. Self-confidence, a strong sense of self-belief and a sense of worth. So you are really gaining a lot more confidence, a lot more stability. You are really becoming this leader that you have been driven towards becoming. You have been very passionate. You have been very excited. You've really been feeling like there's a lot of new energy coming into your life. There's a lot of new belief in yourself, and stability and success is coming your way. All of this is coming your way because of your confidence in yourself, because of your self-respect, because of your self-love, because of your new view of who you are as a person, your self-worth, your ability to no longer put up with things that do not serve you, whether you love those things or not, whether you care about those things or not. You are willing to leave those things behind if those things are not on your team, if those things are dragging you down, if those things are pushing you away, if there's self-sabotaging, people that are around you self-sabotaging, you're starting to see that that's what they're doing. They're self-sabotaging. They're not doing anything personally against you. They're hurting themselves because they didn't feel like they deserved this situation. And you're starting to learn that, see that, appreciate that, and move away from those energies. And you're not hating the people because of it. You are leaving the love intact, but you are loving people from a distance instead when it's necessary. So that is what I have for this portion of this. I almost said that's what I have for this pile. So, once again, while I'm in between messages, if you guys are enjoying this reading and you want to donate to the channel, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wishlist all in the description box below. Also, if you wanted to be able to purchase a question, same thing. And let me know what your question is in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All stuff really does help. Thank you guys for that too. So let's see what else is wanting to be brought to our attention today. The consciousness raises as we raise ourselves and others up. As less and less people will look away in the face of injustices. As we go into this future, we remember these things and we rejoice in them. We no longer believe that the world is getting worse and worse. It is bad and good, and it has always been. You can't have one without the other. Without both, neither can exist. But people don't have to be that evil. From the dawn of time, the trajectory has been going up. Slowly, we have gained more awareness, more compassion, intelligence, emotional awareness, more consciousness. Think how violent and evil the past truly was. Everybody wants to romanticize the past, but think about the past, the real past, not the fake one that everybody wants to make up. Yes, there is still evil, but I feel like it has gone down a lot. How many times, or how many these days, will just look away as a parent beats their child on the side of the street, or as someone pulls someone down a dark alleyway and rapes them? At the same time, we must remember forgiveness is the biggest part of it all. Hope, faith, trust, and love is being replaced by fear, shame, guilt, and pain. Those are the truth, and the past way is all an illusion. 8/27/21. So, in the past, people would look the other way. People would cover for people. There was actually, you know what, I've met a lot of cops throughout my time that were wife-beating, drunk assholes who are running around cheating on their spouse and beating their kids, or where cops have watched other people do that, but they were doing something for them, so they didn't do anything about it. Or you know, where somebody's uncle could just run around molesting all the children in the family and nobody did anything about it because everybody just looked the other way and, no, we told you they were weird and you shouldn't be around them, so it's all your fault. Or, you know, where situations where women have been raped and that shame was placed on them, that blame was placed on them, like they somehow caused this person to hurt them in that way. And instead of those things happening today, there's a very different way that people go about handling it. And it hasn't spread to the entire world yet, but it is slowly increasing everywhere around us. This world is becoming a better place. It is becoming a place where people do not just look away from the injustices anymore. People don't just walk away head held down. People don't just cover for everything because they're afraid for their life. People are willing to stand up and speak out boldly and courageously. People are willing to take that front and center stage to expose people for the cruelties that they have been putting people through. And as we do more of that ourselves, it shows other people to have that bravery, that integrity, to step up when it's needed, to fight for what's right. So continue to fight for what's right and don't let anybody talk you out of being the beautiful person that you are and of believing that you make a difference in this world. So much money is coming my way, and I know just what to do with it. I am so abundant, and blessings rain down on me like gold coins. It is like I found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I enjoy my dabs and weed regularly. Always have gas, food, power, running water. I'm able to give back to others as well. I've gotten to try so many new things. I love my life and I am so grateful that I went for my dreams because they all came true. A dream is a wish that your heart makes. I didn't let others or my mind squash it either. Jacob Lee Conscience is coming to my mind as well. I am free, the most free that I have ever been. I finally got to ask. I finally got to go skydiving and ziplining, finally got to see a different country. I get to show the world to my babies, a whole new world, one where nothing is impossible if you believe it and you work hard at it. So what you are doing now is going to inspire a lot of people behind you. What you are stepping up to fight for, what you are stepping up to say, to speak about, to express yourself on, what you are doing to defend yourself, what you are doing to defend your goals, what you are doing to accomplish your goals, to go after your dreams. All of these things are really going to help others. You are really going to leave a legacy behind you. And it's not just the legacy of creating stability and financial success in your life, but a legacy of people looking up to you, appreciating what you have to offer the world, recognizing your skills and your gifts, recognizing the value that you offer and being inspired by you to offer that same value to the world behind you. The day that my channel got to 20,000 subscribers, I celebrated so big. I never even dreamed of today, and now it's at 200,000 subscribers, and I'm making steady, sustainable income from that alone. It grows so much every day now that I could hardly remember these days when I prayed for and celebrated each new sub and impatiently waited the next one. I was dealing with so much with no cash, no home, no support, nothing to show for the work that I had put in for over half of my life. Slowly that changed, and now my life is different from what it has been since my birth. No more worries about how I will eat or when I will eat. No more thoughts about what I will do. No more worries about not having a place to lay my head because anybody could take it away at any second. Blind faith isn't so blind anymore, because I currently am seeing all of the rewards reaped from the crops that I nurtured for so long. So there really is a very distinct change coming into your life. A lot of new things that are really going to bring a lot of happiness to you. And a lot of that is because you have realized that it doesn't matter whether you ever achieve these things. What you are doing is so important that it doesn't even matter. You're happy and content and complete right where you're at because you're making a difference in this world. And that difference is seen. Just know that that difference is seen and that difference is appreciated, and you are definitely going to be reaping a lot of rewards for all the hard work that you have put in because you've been working on whatever this is for such a long time. Remember to make these affirmations to yourself, to remind yourself of what you're working towards, to remind yourself that it is possible, to remind yourself that why you're doing these things. What is so important about this? Who are you trying to inspire? Who are you trying to get to believe? Who are you trying to, whose life are you trying to make a difference in? And what difference are you making? Really acknowledge that. Believe in it. See it. Appreciate it. Appreciate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulate yourself for your ability to stay committed to this path, even though it has been so hard. Zebra and the camel. So you may be traveling in the near future as well. You may actually get a chance to travel to all the places that you want to go. Expanding your mind is really going to help you as well. Expanding your knowledge of other cultures, of other places, of other people is going to help too. You have really been through the ringer and you have been able to make it through to the other side. The reason that you had to go through everything that you went through is so you could see how truly strong you were inside and how much you had on your own to be able to complete these things. You didn't need anything or anyone else to be able to do this. You had it all inside yourself the entire time. Camels can make it through a long, harsh, cruel, one of the most cruel, desolate places in the entire earth with very, 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 very little food, water, anything like that. They create those reserves within themselves, and you have those reserves within you too. The emotional support that you need is found inside yourself. The strength that you need is found inside yourself. The perseverance and the longevity that you have been able to maintain on your path is all found inside of you, and you are seeing it now. You are seeing things from such a different perspective than you may have looked at those things in the past. And I really feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of people that really know of your legacy and what you are doing to achieve, or what you are working on to achieve. Eight of Pentacles, Knave of Pentacles or Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Deck card, and the Empress. So you've been on this long journey, this very slow journey, this steady journey. Your commitment has been tested several times. Your knowledge has been tested. You have been learning. You've been growing. You've been overcoming. You've been really facing a lot of things, and you've been facing these things with integrity, with honesty. You've been very committed. You've had a lot of faith. You've had a lot of trust. You've had a lot of belief in yourself and your path. You've dedicated yourself to this. You've dedicated yourself to learning, to growing, to overcoming, to really delving in to what you feel is your path and your purpose. And your dedication is definitely going to be paying off. You are creating so much abundance, so much fertility, so much growth around you. You are manifesting a very strong result from everything that you have been putting in. Your time is paying off. Your efforts are paying off. You are really learning how to affirm these things. You are learning how to look in the mirror and tell yourself these things, and to feel like this is something that's working instead of this is something that's cheesy or stupid, or instead of feeling like you're somehow narcissistic for doing those things. You are really appreciating yourself, loving yourself. You are nurturing yourself and caring for yourself. You are really rewiring your thoughts and reparenting yourself. You are overcoming a lot of hurdles and really understanding and seeing things from a new perspective as well. This manifestation that you are bringing into your life is something that is so abundant, so fertile. There is so much love and light and passion around you, and I really feel like you are definitely showing your own children or children around you, or even just younger people around you that are looking up to you, that there is a different way of doing things, and that if you dedicate yourself to something, it is worth it and it will pay off. You are definitely somebody who is there to nurture others, to grow others, to help others heal, to help them heal themselves, and to help them grow. And you are really planting a lot of beautiful seeds around you that are really going to pay off in so many different ways that you may not even have a clear view of yet, but it is definitely coming. Wishes come true. Rapid achievement of your dreams and your wishes. So everything that you have been working towards is worth something. We're going to go back to the song Jacob Lee, Conscience, because in that song, he talks about how all the ideas and thoughts that we have are there for a reason. And that reason is because they are possible. And you are realizing that everything you've been working towards is definitely possible. And sometimes, yes, it does take a long damn time to achieve it. And it takes a lot to get through everything that you've had to go through. It has taken a lot of grit. It has taken a lot of stability. It has taken a lot of trust. It has taken a lot of determination, passion, persistence, dedication, and commitment. Even in harsh times and circumstances, you have had to continue on this path. And all of that is paying off because of you. It's not because of some magic fairy outside yourself. It's because of you that these things are paying off. Achievement. Win the award, the accolade, or the contract. So it is now time for achievements to be coming into you. They may be small at first. You may not notice a giant improvement at first. They will slowly, steadily start pouring in until it becomes an unstoppable bursting of a dam that has just encompassed everything in your life and around you. Healing. True healing of the mind, body, and the soul. So a lot of the achievements that you are having coming into is because of your ability to heal yourself, mind, body, and soul, to be able to remove any thoughts of lack, any thoughts of unworthiness, any thoughts of not being able to achieve your dreams or your goals, any thoughts of not being supported, recognized, cared about, any thoughts of not being as amazing as you are. You're really starting to heal those things. You are starting to feel good about yourself, see yourself in the amazing energy that you bring this world. You're starting to see the world around you in a different view too, and the amazing things and the amazing people that are in it. Even if sometimes it feels dark, scary, and alone, and it feels like there's not many good people at all around you, you are starting to see things in a different light, and you are starting to notice that there really is a lot of goodness in this world too. We have the King of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. You have freed yourself from the past. You have freed yourself from any situations where you were giving every aspect of yourself away for nothing in return. And you are starting to demand respect and care and love and stability back from the people that you give it to. You are starting to really stand in your power. You have this confidence, this stability. You know that you can make it on your own. You know that you can do this. You know that you have everything you need inside yourself, and the universe will provide the rest. There's a lot of giving, a lot of generosity coming your way, a lot of gifts coming your way, a lot of kindness and beauty coming your way. There is going to be a lot of people wanting to express the truth coming your way as well. People wanting to be honest about where they went wrong. People starting to realize and understand that they were doing things to please others instead of doing things that felt good to them, instead of living the life that they wanted to lead, instead of believing in themselves. They were giving their power away to others, and that was other people or you. You could have been giving your power away to others instead of believing in yourself and knowing that you could achieve your dreams, and knowing that you could stand on your own, knowing that you were strong, that you were solid, that you were this amazing, beautiful person. You were giving that power away to others, and you're starting to see the truth of that now. Truth is being exposed about others as well. Some people may have even been working to protect you in some sort of way in the background. Maybe even people that you thought were your enemies may have actually been doing this as well. And you're going to be seeing the true enemies exposed inside of yourself as well as outside of yourself. And you're really going to be seeing a very strong difference coming into your life. Somebody could have been very manipulative as well, very cruel, very cold. I feel like there's a change on the wind though. Like somebody is seeing the truth of the ways that they have behaved and why they have behaved those ways. Somebody wants to express the truth of what's really inside of them. Somebody really wants to give you the gift of a lifetime. I really feel like there's the gift of a lifetime coming into you, a recognition of your skills, a recognition of your amazing attributes of who you are and what you have done. I really feel like you have done a lot for a lot of people, and a lot of people are wanting to expose that, recognize that, accept that, and express that. Your wishes are coming true, whatever it has been. There's something that you have really been focused on and wanting. There's something that you have really been attached to, that you learned how to let go of and just let it be what it was going to be. And I feel like as you have let go of it, now it is manifesting and unfolding, because you had to be able to see that you could live without it before it would come into being. So that's what I have for that portion of the message. And in between messages, once again, if you guys would like to donate or buy a question, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. And I really do appreciate that. Ooh. I'm going to grab a drink really quick. I had a bottle of water out here when I started earlier, but I drank all of it already. Apparently, I'm extra thirsty today. Sit that down for a second. Okay, so what else do our guides want to talk to us about today? I'm going to cool this phone down for a minute because it's starting to get warm and I don't want it to shut off in the middle of the reading. Time to meditate to bring clarity. Quieting your mind is going to help you to be able to see the truth instead of seeing from the eyes of fear. Be quiet so you can hear. Allow the messages to come to you in your peaceful state. Get out in nature, get quiet, and ground yourself. Look within. You will find light there. And once you find that light there, you will find light without as well. You will find light in the others around you. No more putting up with things that are not worthy of your time or your energy. It's time to heal and to stop feeling like If you walk away from certain situations, you will lose out. It's poison to hold on to the things in the past that have hurt you. So it's time to release those things and let go of them. I love you still, but I choose me. I do not have hate in my heart for you. The fun times or the times that I have are far too few. Anger at times, usually too fleeting to mention. Forgiveness is always my deepest intention. Not just because hate poisons the heart, also because I know I had a part. Maybe I should have told you. I knew I expected you'd come. Maybe I should have told you that I knew. I expected you would come clean as time flew. Then I realized that you would never stop as long as you had a way out to cop. As long as I continued to tell you all, you saw fit to make it your call. Had strangers thinking that they knew me, judging me, exactly what do they see? Not my story that I had to tell, but the ramblings, not my story that I had told, but the ramblings of someone far too bold. I know for sure no one is perfect, but I shouldn't have had to suspect. Fighting with my intuition that was always right, not wanting to walk away from you, I would fight. Self-love and respect guides my actions now. I must lead the way to show you how. I hope you learn the same lesson in your own time. Understand how to make amends for your crime. Love yourself and let yourself shine. Trust me, I always think of you as mine. I'd fight for you the same as my own kids. Disloyalty to you my heart forbids. I hope one day the same is returned. Until then, this bridge is burned. This is reminding me of the end of that last message as well. Dreams coming true, of somebody actually healing, of somebody actually standing their ground, of somebody actually standing up and fighting for what's right. Somebody actually, I feel like you led the way for somebody else to stop pleasing other people, to stop holding on to other people, that we're not treating them in the right manner, that we're not treating you in the right manner. This person may have even chosen to be attached to those people instead. And now they're realizing that that was a very empty choice to make, that that place was really not the good place that they thought it would be, that it doesn't matter what they do, they will never make these people around them happy, and that you had to show them that by doing that yourself, because you were the one that was trying to make others happy in the past and trying to do whatever you could to heal things or fix things or make things right, and it just wasn't working because those people weren't even interested in making things right. They were only interested in trying to keep the people around them that were not good for them as well. It was a very mirroring energy here. And I know a lot of times people don't like to hear those things about themselves, but all of us have been there at some point, whether we like to admit it or not. I've been there at some point myself. Doing rituals against you and claiming the reverse. This person or people are trying to put a glamour spell on you to make others see you as evil. They are trying to dim your light because it shines bright. They may even be sending you false signs and telling you that your beliefs are evil. People will see their true colors, and along with that, their darkness. So I actually have dealt with this myself. This could definitely be somebody that was a very close friend of yours for a while. Somebody that, as far as this portion is concerned, this is somebody that won't be coming back into your life. This is somebody that you have cut off and somebody that needs to stay cut off. And if you have not cut them off yet, it is time to cut them off. If you have been seeing things popping up in your feed, or if you've been seeing things on a regular basis that remind you that what you're doing is evil or what you're doing is bad, or that tries to convince you that you are in some way wrong for taking the path that you're taking, know that those are false signs and false signals being sent to you by this person. This person is trying to confuse you. They're trying to cause doubt in you. They're trying to cause you to feel ashamed of yourself, guilty of who you are, afraid of who you are, because they are afraid of your gifts. They are afraid of the strength that you possess. They are afraid of people finding them out for who they truly are. And they know that people are going to be seeing the truth about them as soon as you are standing fully in your power. You are important too. Take some time for self-care and for love. Do more for you and don't feel guilty about it. Take yourself on a date. Dress up and hold your head high. Go on a vacation, somewhere that you can relax and unwind. Maybe even learn some new things. There is a whole wide world around you. It is time to live. Live like you were dying. Tim McGraw. I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu, and I loved deeper, and I swore to keep her, and I took the chances I had been denying. So, it's time to live like you were dying. It's time to get out there. It's time to explore life. It's time to have some fun. It's time to really care for yourself and love yourself. It's time to take yourself out. It's time to stop worrying about whether or not you have anybody else around you to do that with, because you're going to have fun either way. And you're going to meet people as you get out and do those things. And I really, I do my head toss and check my nails. That song is coming to mind as well. So you might be waiting for somebody to notice that you're feeling down and out and to offer to take you out and have some fun with you. Know that you have that inside of yourself. You can do that for yourself just as well as any friend could. And once you start doing that for yourself, you're going to start showing people exactly what you do deserve in a situation. And more people are going to be willing to be doing those things for you as well. It's no more time. No more time to be a yes man or a yes woman. No more time to give to others without a return. And if you guys are resonating with the portion of it where somebody may be coming back from the past who learned from you how to walk away from people pleasing and how to stand your ground, set boundaries, walk away from anybody or anything that isn't serving your highest good, and to become this independent person, then there is somebody else that may actually be finding out that they have a limited time left to live. And that could be a lot of what is causing them to step into this power more, because they may have been ignoring it for a very long time, to the point that the universe had to show them why they needed to do that. And so now they may actually have a real reason to need to do that. Cheshire Kitten, We're All Mad Here, by J.J. Tucker. Katy Perry, Dark Horse. So once again, there could definitely have been somebody trying to convince you or get you to see yourself as evil in some sort of way for being who you are, for turning on the coldness to certain people, or for walking away from certain situations where people just were not giving back in the same manner that you were giving. Situations where people had betrayed you, situations where people chewed you up and spit you out, situations where... And also, people could have been trying to make you feel evil, or like you were in some way bad because of your spiritual beliefs, or because of the fact that you were involved in tarot in some sort of way as well. They could have been making you feel like you were crazy for believing in some of those things. But I feel like recently, or in the near future, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be proven true from some of the messages that you have received along your journey, to where you are no longer going to be questioning whether or not the things that you have been dealing with are real, whether or not the messages that you've been receiving are real, whether or not you can trust in them. You are going to start getting some very solid clues and hints. And also, make sure that you pray and ask for these false messages to be removed from your life, and ask for only the messages from the divine beings to actually be coming into your life, so that you know what messages are true and what messages are not. There are many new opportunities in front of you. You have ended things that are no longer serving your highest good. You have walked away from illusions, worked hard to overcome self-defeating behaviors, but you may be having a very hard time trusting or opening up again. It is time to bring your passions and your emotions into balance, to open up to the gray areas in life, to know that everything is not so black and white. Get out more and open up more. Allow your heart to guide you, but not to lead on impulse. So it is really time to start getting back out there again, to feel comfortable with being around people again, to know that just because some people have betrayed you doesn't mean everybody's going to betray you. And also to realize that it's okay if they do anyway. If you don't got anything to hide, what's it matter if you're expressing things to people? Because there's nothing to hide. So even if they run around expressing it to everybody else, then it doesn't even matter, because everybody already knows who you are anyway. And also, if they try to spread things that aren't true, then guess what? Everybody already knows who you are anyway. But if you hide yourself away like that, then nobody knows who you are. And also, You slowly die. You really do. You just slowly die. What's the point of living if you're not going to be alive? And I've been in that want to hide away energy before too, so I completely understand it. You're seeing things from a new perspective now. You're seeing what has been holding you back. You're seeing the toxic energy that might have been going on. You're seeing the lies that might have been happening. You're seeing what has been going on in the dark or behind the scenes, or what has been causing some sort of codependent or addictive behaviors. You're starting to understand things better. You're starting to really look at things differently. This pause or this break or this slowdown in what you've been working on is really allowing you to see things more clearly and understand them in a better way, in a higher light. It has also helped you to be able to understand your intuition better, to listen to it better, to really believe in it, to believe in the gifts that you have, the powers that you have, the abilities that you have. It has really allowed you to be able to see in the dark, to be able to understand things, to be able to know things. I feel like a lot of you know things that others do not know. You understand things that others do not understand. Some people may have really tried to come in and mess with you in some sort of way. People could definitely have tried to make you feel like what you were doing was not right, like it was taboo. Whatever you're doing could be very taboo where you're located. However you're behaving, it could have something to do with the way you're dressing, the way that you're talking, the way that you're putting yourself out there. Maybe the way that, oh, Can't Hold Us Down by Pink is coming to mind. Maybe the way that you are exploring your options. Maybe people wanted to make you feel bad about getting out there and being fun and being flirty and enjoying life, enjoying your passions and your sexuality. Could have been something that may have been very severely limited throughout your life. You could have felt very guilty or ashamed of yourself for who you are passionately, for how you express yourself sexually, or how you express yourself in general with people, because people think that you're flirting even when you're not, for some of you. And you could have been having a lot of issues with that. You could have been having a lot of issues with people being jealous, or with people being upset, or people feeling like you outshined them in some sort of way. You may have dimmed your light, or you may have stopped expressing yourself so much because you were worried about the conflict that it created. But you weren't the one creating the conflict. The conflict was inside of those people that you were dealing with, and they needed to be able to face a mirror, and you were that mirror, and you are meant to be that mirror. So you can't just hide away from what you're meant to be because you're worried about the reactions caused by who you are. There is nothing wrong with you. There just isn't. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You know what you want and you are going after it. You are steadily working towards it. You are no longer allowing anyone to hold you back from who you are, or who you want to be, or what you want to go after. You are really stepping into your power more fully. You are really strong. You're very strong, self-confident, stable. You know that you have everything that you need within yourself, and the universe will provide the rest. In the past, you could have been in a very low vibrational state where you were feeling unneeded, unworthy, ungrateful, lacking, or like the world around you was lacking, or something along those lines. You could have even allowed yourself to get into very codependent situations, or addictive situations, or situations that just were not for your highest good. And now you are in this energy where you are capable of standing strong on your own, regardless of what's going on around you. You could actually be a very popular loner, is kind of the feeling I'm getting from this a little bit. We also have the Magician, the Page of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So you are making others stop and look at things from a different light as well. You have had to pause and look at things from a different light, but you are also inspiring others to do the same thing, to really see the things in their life that are holding them back and keeping them stuck, to really examine what they should be holding on to and what they shouldn't be, to really examine whether or not their actions were out of love, or whether they were out of possession and controlling, or wanting to win, or some sort of ego or pride-based behavior. And you have examined that in yourself, and you have freed yourself from those energies. I really feel like you dealt with somebody that was very manipulative in the past, somebody that was a little bit possessive, controlling, somebody that really felt like they lacked. They felt like they were not good enough, and they tried to make you feel like you were not good enough. You might actually have somebody coming in to express apologies, to express love, to reveal what was within and why they were behaving the way they were. And you have been able to look inside of the mirror and reveal why you were behaving the way that you were in certain situations as well. And you are freeing yourself from that. As you free yourself from these energies, you are spreading this, because you're spreading it like a wildfire. fire. You are inspiring people. You are a leader that people look up to. You are a leader that people look to for signs, for signals, for understandings. And people are seeing you look inside yourself for that, and they are starting to look inside themselves for that. Your prayer, your meditation, your spirituality is very inspiring to other people as well. Your ability to take care of yourself, to love yourself, to nurture yourself, to really not feel selfish for taking time out, energy out, effort out for you, for taking that time to nurture you and love you and care for you. People are seeing that that is not selfish now. In the past, you might have felt like that was selfish. Other people might have felt like that was selfish. And so everybody might have been really expecting everybody outside themselves to do that for them and not really doing it for themselves, while at the same time trying to do everything for everybody outside themselves. And now you're really inspiring people to look at things a different way, to understand things a different way, and to do things a different way. And to know that in doing that, you are capable of taking care of others around you far better as well. And that you're no longer dealing with this possessive, controlling behavior in yourself or in others, because you have freed yourself from that toxicity and from that lower vibrational energy that you were going through. You have freed yourself from a need of others. You have freed yourself from a need of anything that they have to offer you. And you know that you can provide it for yourself, and what you can't provide for yourself, your guides will. The divine beings will, your ancestors will, your angels will. And you are living on that grace and that faith and that trust in yourself, as well as the path that you are guided to go down. And you are really guiding others on this path. Like a moth to the flame. Yeah, you are freeing yourself. That is what a lot of this is about, is freeing yourself from the toxicity, from the negativity, from seeing things as black and white once again too. You're starting to see the gray. You're starting to see that, yes, you had bad things inside of you too, but that's okay, because guess what? Everybody has bad things inside of them. And the only way that we can actually heal those things and stop behaving in those nasty ways is to acknowledge those things and to free ourselves of those things. And in doing that, you are starting to get other people on board. They want to acknowledge those bad things about themselves as well, to free themselves of them, to really learn, to really grow, to really expand their consciousness, to expand their mind, to really come out of this darkness, this pain, this misery, this self-hate, this hurt, this sadness, this loss, this despair, this need to possess people or control people, this need to hold on to things too tightly, this need to lie to yourself, or this need to be something that is perfect in this world instead of something that you truly are. You are letting go of all of that, and you are freeing yourself. And as you do, you have a lot of people following you into this light because they are very, very inspired by you and the beauty that creates you. You are freeing your inner child. You are healing your inner child. You are really able to express yourself and love. And I really feel like you are going to be feeling very youthful again here soon in the near future as well. You are really transforming this energy inside yourself. You're transforming who you are. You're changing. You're growing. You are very different, and you stand out very much so, and that is a beautiful thing. You are no longer seeing that as something that is negative, nasty, that it's something that's evil or awful. You are seeing that as something that is beautiful and amazing and wonderful, and you are seeing that about everyone else too. That you might have actually had some very strong judgments against others because of the judgments that you were holding against yourself, because of the judgments of the rest of the entire world. And now you're letting go of all of those judgments of yourself, of others, of the world around you, and you are starting to see things in a very different light than you were in the past. And because of your hard work on this front, you are gaining a very strong sense of insight. Your third eye is opening. You are really going to be able to believe in what you're seeing. You are no longer going to feel like it's evil. You're no longer going to feel like you should be looking outside yourself for the answers, because that's what people are supposed to do. Instead, you're going to be looking within yourself. You're going to be looking within yourself for the divine beings that are present inside of every single one of us, inside of your heart, inside of your mind. It's not something you have to go to somebody else for. It's right there within you, and it's within you all the time. You have the ability to manifest. You have the ability to create. We were created in the image, correct? Which means we are creators ourselves. What are we going to create around us? Are we going to create nasty, negative, lower vibrational entities and energies and experiences? Or are we going to create amazing, beautiful, wonderful things by freeing our minds, thoughts, and hearts from all of the nasty cruelties of this world to start seeing the light and the beauty and the wonder all around us? Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. So you are really, I really feel like too that if it seemed like there was things going on wrong around you on a regular basis, or like you couldn't find things, or like things were missing constantly, or maybe like you were going a little bit crazy, or like the universe was having a great joke with you, now you're going to start seeing that things that you're looking for pop up immediately. Things that you need pop up immediately. Things that you enjoy doing come into your life very quickly and easily. And a lot of that is because you have freed yourself from these energies of lack, these energies of not feeling good, not feeling worthy, these energies of like an old mind. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, you can. But it is a little bit harder sometimes. And you have freed yourself of this energy of I can't be taught new things. You have freed yourself from this energy of I know everything. Or you have freed yourself from this energy of needing to hold on to old beliefs or old ways of doing things. You have allowed yourself to go with the flow and make this transformation and to remove all of the negative, old, low vibrational thoughts, beliefs, entities, or experiences that were going on in your life, to believe that there can be good in this world and in your life. And now that your belief is in this positive vibrational energy, you are starting to bring it into your life, because you are the creator of your life, and you are creating good things now instead of just the lower vibrational things. So that's what I have for that particular message. And in between messages, once again, if anybody would like to purchase a question or donate to the channel, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. And I really do greatly appreciate anybody who does those things. You guys mean the world to me, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you could like, share, comment, subscribe, that stuff really helps me as well. Or if you enjoy any of the poems that are here in this today, then if you could check out my other channel, D's Storytime, which you can find a link for in the description box as well, and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe over there. That really helps me as well, and I really do appreciate any of those things that anybody does immensely. So thank you guys so much. And let's see what other messages the divine has for us today. Allow others to live and live yourself. So live and let live. You will be very abundant in doing this as well. There's a lot of things in this world that are imminent that you can't change. So be happy with the way things are now. Some drinking issues may be a source of pain. What truth needs to be spoken, understood, and released? What parts are being hidden away out of shame and guilt? It is time for sober self-expression. Don't fret over the opinions of others. It kills the true soul inside of you. It's time to come out of the mask. Other addictions could be at play too. So if you find yourself doing things to hurt yourself, or doing things that do hurt yourself, because you're trying to numb yourself, because you're trying to hide who you are, because you're trying to keep whatever it is about you that you don't want seen hidden, if you're saying things about other people because you don't want people looking at you, or if you are whatever the possibility may be that you are using to cover, hide, numb, run away, not really see the reality of life, you really need to come out of that, and you really need to stop and look at things with a sober sense of expression, a sober sense of self, a sober sense of the world around you. It's time to really examine things and understand why things may be happening the way that they are, and what you can do about it to change the things that are going on in your life, because you are the one who is in control of that. There's not many things you can control, but what you can control is what you are doing and how you are handling the situations in your life. Listen with your heart and you will understand. So the song from Pocahontas, Listen with your heart, you will understand. Let it break upon you like the waves upon the sand. What direction lights you up inside? Where do you feel the most comfortable and at ease? What do you enjoy doing? Who with? Are you making the choices that make you most happy? Or are you letting fear run the day? So, this is also about if there's something that you need to say to somebody else, it's time to say those things. And yes, they may be harsh. Yes, they may come off as cruel. They may be blunt. They may be hurtful. But it is time to express those things. It is time to let those things out. It is time to stop keeping those things to yourself, burying them deep down and hurting yourself because of those things. Because you are behaving just as this person is, if that's the case. Some cloud gazing may actually help somebody to be able to find the peace that they're looking for, the peace of mind, and also to be able to find some symbolism in there that may actually guide you on your way as well. What do you enjoy doing? Who do you enjoy being with? Are you letting fear, guilt, shame? Are you letting other people's thoughts or ideas of what you should be doing or where you should be going or what you should be putting up with? Are you letting those things get in the way? Are you letting everything in the world around you externally that isn't even a part of your happiness choose and decide what you do for yourself and keep you from your happiness? Because if so, it is time to go after what truly makes you happy instead of what other people want you to be doing or what you feel you should be doing because other people are watching. I am not someone that you can take advantage of. Others know better. No more will they try. Others treat me fairly and respectfully. People pay me for my knowledge, for my skills, and for my gifts. I don't have to argue of whether or not it's right or wrong to ask for payment. They know what's right, and if they don't, I walk away. It's kind of like what I've had to deal with in my life with the people that don't seem to think that I should be paid for what I do, because if I'm a spiritual leader, then I should just be giving it all away for free. Yeah, and I'm supposed to eat and live how exactly? Really? Come on. I have worked hard for my skills. I have worked hard for my position. I have worked hard to be who I am today. And I deserve to get paid for it just the same as anybody else who has worked hard to be where they are or are getting paid for their hard work too. Same difference for you. My intuition is on point, and I trust it with ease. I deserve to listen to my inner self. No more will I discard it because of the reactions of others. The truth is always revealed eventually. I see the truth, though. I see the truth through the lies at all times. No one ever pulls the wool over my eyes. I am knowledgeable, I am wise, I am a healer, and I make a difference in the lives of others in this world. I am capable of standing tall, head held high. I never look down on myself, and in return, I never look down on others. Because if you're looking down on yourself, you can guarantee it. If you look around, you'll start to see that you're looking down on others too. Because that's what happens. When we treat ourselves a certain way, we treat others that way too. So when other people are treating you bad, just remember they're treating themselves exactly the same way. And I don't care when or if others do. People respect me. I am loved and I am cherished. I enjoy my life and I am happy to be here. I no longer worry about or question what is coming. I am relaxed and I am at ease because I know that what is meant to be will be. So you are finding your faith, you're finding your trust, you're finding your ability to be able to block out the noise, the external crap from others. You are no longer feeling like you need to be validated by anyone else but yourself. And if you are not at the state yet, then you soon will be. And I feel like you are leading the way for other people. You are really encouraging them, inspiring them. Other people, inspiring them. You have been called to action, and this action that you have been called to is for a reason. It's for a purpose, and a lot of that purpose is to raise the vibrations of the collective around you, because as you heal, you will start to notice that people around you start to heal as well. Some will take longer than others, and some people never will, but some will. And that's because of your ability to be able to do this for yourself as well. Your ability to demand fair pay, your ability to tell people what you're worth, what you deserve, your ability to be able to expect from others instead of just giving of yourself all the time with nothing in return. And that is really going to, when you demand those things, when you set those boundaries, when you stand your ground and you really treat yourself with kindness, fairness, respect, you recognize your skills, your abilities, your worth, your value, then other people around you recognize those things too. Because they can only see what you see inside yourself, just like you can only see what others see inside themselves as well. Shark, fierceness, authority, determination, grace, style. Bold, aggressive, sharp, intimidating. It may be time to examine your inner fears and your emotions. Love or anger may be unacknowledged within you. What are you holding back? What are you trying to numb? What are you trying to hide from or run from? You are a survivor, and you keep moving forward no matter the obstacles. The shark is calling you to meet life head on, to meet yourself head on, to look in the mirror and see yourself with truth. Shut out the fear and go for what you truly want. Do not back down. Be resolved and show others who is in charge of your life and your purpose. Listen to the wisdom and the guidance you are receiving about how powerful that you are. It is a time for self-trust, and it's time to focus on your goals. You are a boss. Life purpose is involved here very strongly. Very strongly. So are the signs, synchronicities, and messages that you are receiving. Stepping into your courage, allowing yourself to express things that need to be expressed, allowing yourself to no longer let other people's poison paralyze you. No longer allowing other people's opinions or views or thoughts to keep you from being who you truly are. It is time to really step up into your power, to step into your leadership role, to listen to the signs, the synchronicities, and messages that you're receiving, to see the bigger picture instead of getting so focused on and caught up in the small little details, to stop feeling like you're poisoning others by expressing your truth as well, because your truth is not poisoning others. It is actually a very strong antidote to the poison that they have received in this world. And sometimes that blunt, harsh truth needs to be spoken in order for people to face the mirror and look at it. And I know that not everybody's going to love everything that I have to say, especially during this part of the reading, because it's a lot about looking in the mirror and seeing your own flaws. And nobody wants to focus on that. But those things still need to be spoken. Those things still need to be outed. Those things still need to be exposed, because people won't look at them until they're forced to sometimes. And that's just the way it is. And your path and your purpose in life is forcing you to look at those things within yourself so that you can heal those things within yourself, so that you are no longer guided by fear, anxiety, doubt, lack, guilt, shame, remorse, the opinions of others, the actions of others, the thoughts of others. The way they look at you is no longer going to affect you. It'll slide right off your skin like you have an oil-based covering on the outside of you and they're shooting water at you and it just cannot penetrate. You are somebody who is meant to really do a lot of good things in this world. And that path is going to require your courage, your guts, your ability to leave behind any of that other crap so that you can stand up and express how you feel and what you think in certain situations where other people may judge you for it. The Star, having faith, having trust, having hope, being able to see the bright, beautiful, amazing things in the midst of the darkness and despair, in the midst of an evil person being able to pick up on their beauty, being able to see it. Regardless of what anybody else thinks about that, regardless of whether or not anybody thinks that that person should just be left in the gutter to rot because they're disgusting and who wants to help that person. If you're a healer, then you're a healer. Who are you to be a judge? The only judge in this world is the divine beings. And how are they going to judge you if you're judging everyone else? The Eight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Wands. So the truth about what has been keeping you stuck, you're really going to be facing that. You're really going to be seeing it, that you've been in a prison of your own making because you've been looking for validation from others when that validation only matters from yourself. Because you'll never be able to see any validation or recognition from anyone else anyway unless you recognize you yourself. You're really going to be achieving a lot of beautiful success, but it's going to require you to get out of your mind, to get out of this tendency of constantly overthinking things, of constantly seeing only the darkness, even though there's beautiful light all over the place throughout here. Some people will still choose to only focus on this darkness, this lack, this, the horrible parts. But if you choose, and it is a choice, to focus on those beautiful, amazing parts, to focus on the silver lining, then this will allow you to take action. This will allow you to speak. This will allow you to stand up and defend yourself, to stand up and defend others without feeling like there is something wrong with that. When you're able to see the good qualities of somebody that everybody else has turned away from, then you can stand up and defend those good qualities of them, regardless of what anybody else thinks about that. There's been several times I've done that myself. There was a young kid. I say kid. This kid is about 21, and he really is a kid, though. He's very much a kid. And there was this guy that was just being a complete and total asshole to him. And this kid is somebody that everybody just thinks is a waste of time, a waste of effort, somebody that nobody should be there to help with anything because they don't deserve it, they don't need it, they shouldn't have it. And you know what? Fuck all those people. Because I stood there and spoke my piece to that guy, and that guy was like, wow, you're right. I was being a complete asshole, and you know what? I didn't even realize that I was tearing him down the way that I was. But the only reason I was even able to stand there and say that is because I didn't care about the opinions of others. I didn't care that everybody else thought this kid was a loser. I didn't. I thought this kid had a lot of potential. I thought this kid could do a lot of amazing things if this kid could stop hating himself. But everybody else hates him, so it's hard for him to even see through that, to be able to find some love for himself, because he's just a worthless piece of shit that everybody should turn away from. And that's what he's believed his whole life. How is he supposed to ever believe anything else? Because some people will come through like a glimmering star in the middle of the night to show them hope, to show them that beauty within themselves. And those people have to be brave enough to be able to stand up and say the things that they feel are true, regardless of what anybody else thinks. I feel like there's also going to be the truth about some lies or some competition or some sort of gossip that are going to be coming into you. And you're going to have the courage to be able to not care about that as well. There are going to be people talking about you. There are going to be people that are wanting to start things, that are wanting to start arguments, that are wanting to compete with you, that are jealous or that are bitter or that are resentful, or people that are self-sabotaging around you or trying to sabotage you. And you're going to have to be over here following this butterfly off to your own transformation instead of focusing on these people and all the crap that they want to bring into your life. And that does take a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to be able to walk away from that and to not worry about whether or not that's going to change people's opinions or views of you, or whether or not these people have the power to do that in your life or to destroy your life. You're just going to have to be able to move away from things like that. And it also takes a lot of courage to accept things from others, to be giving and generous to others, to be kind and caring, to be able to really give away things without worry about whether or not it's going to come back to you, because it always does. And then accepting it in when it does come back to you, even if it's from a different source than where you gave to. Because a lot of times the places that you're going to be giving to are not going to be people who can give back to you, especially if you're living your life as a healer. I've given to a lot of people who could never hope to be able to give anything back to me, monetary wise, but they have found ways, the good ones have found ways to give things back to me in other ways. And if they haven't given anything back to me, even if they didn't take what I gave to them and put it to good use in their life, they still had the choice to do that. And it came back to me in other ways. Kind of like the woman who came and donated money to my channel last week during my reading. And you know, there are people who do those things. There are people who are going to give back to you for your ability to be giving and pure in this world. As long as you can leave the fear or the thoughts of others behind, because everybody else will try to convince you not to do that. You may even be having some dreams that are going to be helping to point you in the right direction. Once again, I'm being drawn back to Pocahontas and listen with your heart. She found arrows in the clouds, which technically happened to be sails on sailboats. But, and that cloud gazing thing it's really making me think about that as well again. But I really feel like there's going to be a lot of symbols coming into your life, a lot of things that are going to help you open your eyes. They're going to help you be able to listen to your intuition more fully. Egypt may be very important to you as well. Mohawk Photography on Instagram. Boy, that guy has some amazing pictures. You guys should go check those out. You're really going to be very motivated to go after what it is. And whatever it is that motivates you to go after it, regardless of the obstacles you find in your way, or the fences that you have to climb, or the hard roads you have to go down, or anything like that, whatever you find that makes you passionate enough to pursue it, regardless of what's going on, makes you feel less confused and like you're really going towards something that means something to you. Whatever you find that gives you that motivation, that ambition, that goal-driven energy, that is your purpose, regardless of what anybody else wants to tell you about that. Throw the game to get the win. Winning and losing is all that matters. When you do that, your love batters. Set your pride aside. Your heart now confide. No more lies across your lips. Poison from your tongue drips. Ease the pain of your pride. Tell the truth of what you lied. So if there's something that you lied about, if there's something that you feel like you should be expressing, if there is love that you feel in your heart, where you told somebody that you didn't feel anything for them, or where you told somebody that they didn't mean anything to you, then it's time to change that. It is time to go back and express what you really meant to say in those situations, to express the truth of what you're feeling inside, to express that just because they hurt you, and yes, it did hurt you, and it doesn't make it right that they hurt you, and it doesn't mean that you want them doing it again, but it doesn't mean that you love them any less, because you still do. You do. Buried underneath the hurt, the pain, the poison, all the crap, there is love. And you can only hate somebody that passionately if there is love anyway. And even if you don't tell that truth to others, you need to tell yourself that truth. You need to be courageous enough to face it in the mirror. Because that's what's going to help you to release and let go and move forward. Remember who you are. You are a warrior with a deep inner strength and power. Look at everything that you have been through from a different perspective. Without every bit of everything you have been through, who would you be exactly? What would you know? What would you have overcome to be able to see your strengths and to work on your weaknesses? And you are somebody who has always cared deeply about learning and growing from every experience that you have had. So pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, job well done. Making it to the now stronger, smarter, and more knowing than ever before you. Don't hate your past Don't hate your past or the people in it, because that tends to poison your present. And it does too. It doesn't matter who we're hating or why we're hating, it poisons us. It poisons us down to our very soul. To hold that hate within us and to feel that hurt and pain and to be burying it or numbing it or sweeping it under a rug instead of expressing it, feeling it, letting it out, and allowing ourselves to see why it was caused and how we can heal it. So that's the end of that particular message. And in between messages, again, if you guys wanted to donate or if you wanted to purchase a question, you can find my Cash App and PayPal and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. And I really do appreciate anybody who does that. It really does help me out more than you guys probably know. Being who I am, I definitely do not live a luxurious lifestyle, but I live a lifestyle that I am proud of and that fulfills me a lot. So let's get started with the next message. I can feel that dark energy taking over again. Pure anger. It is white hot. The voices are here again. You're so stupid. You were adopted. You were born under a rock. You're so ugly. Focus. I need to focus, but it's consuming my mind. How will I ever focus? I am smart. I am useful. I am loved. I am protected. A little better. Keep going. Pull yourself out of it. You know how. You are a being of light. Pull on that light. You can create more of it wherever you go. My ancestors are all behind me, wanting me to win that fight for them all, wanting me to break those cycles. I see their light in my mind, and it joins the light in my soul. I am vibrating out. I call on the divine. I ask for strength and for faith to pull myself back to my own inner peace, to strength, to be with me on my journey, shielding me as I go. I send my thanks for all of their gifts and all of their help, and I know that it will be there. I feel safe, strong, complete, and like I could face anything again, and all the dark energy fades away and holds no power over me. So when you find yourself going down the rabbit hole of this overthinking energy, of this fearful energy, of this paranoia energy, of this energy of not being good enough, not worthy enough, not valuable enough, make sure that you are telling yourself the opposite, because you can change that. You can change the first thoughts that your mind goes to. In the past, my mind used to go to immediately that I wasn't good enough. Immediately that, oh, I shouldn't say that because you know what? Maybe people wouldn't like it, or maybe people wouldn't understand it, or maybe people think it's stupid, or something along those lines. And instead it now goes to, I should say that because maybe this could benefit somebody. Maybe what I have to say is important. Maybe who I am and what I have to offer to the situation is valuable. And I'm going to bring that valuable energy to the table. And you can change that within yourself as well. You can change that voice to one that inspires you and brings you calm and peace and beauty, instead of negativity and hurt and pain, which came from an outside source at some point, feeding that into you. And now the inner source of you can feed something new in there. You are breaking cycles from the past through to the future generations. So you're not only doing this for yourself, but you are doing this for anybody you leave behind as well. Long festering karma and karmic wounds. It is time to let go of those. Be true to you. Allow yourself to shine bright. Leave behind what you were taught in favor of the new things that you have learned. Talking points may help you in some sort of way. Write a sentence and see what follows. It is time to really explore, to stop thinking that curiosity is a bad thing. It sometimes leads to bad things, but just as often, it can lead to good ones too. Take some calculated risks. Be discerning, but not fearful. Let that fear give rise to faith and courage within you. Now is the time for commitment tests. Only the strong will make it through. You can do this, believe it, and make it so. You are strong. If you've made it this far, you are definitely strong enough to be able to face the rest of what is coming to you. Level Up, Ciara. Motivation, Normani. Motivation, Kelly Rowland. An ex-lover, husband, or boyfriend could be what this is referring to as well. Now you are winning. You put in so much work and you tried so hard to get them to believe in themselves and you as you did. Tried so hard to get them to see that you wanted them, but they were very insecure. They were feeling in a lot of self-pity, a lot of despair. They were really feeling very bad about themselves. And instead of feeling bad about yourself anymore because of this situation, you are starting to see that none of that had to do with you. It all had to do with them. You are starting to feel good about yourself. And as you start to feel good about yourself, you are starting to inspire others behind you to do the same, to break those same cycles in their life that you have already worked hard to break in yours. And you are continuing to break more of these cycles as well. I was so hurt. I felt betrayed and left out in the cold. No matter what you did or how, you were there for me. I couldn't see it. I didn't want to. After everything that I did to you in my projections, I didn't feel like I deserved any of it, which means I couldn't see it either. I thought your kindness and your love for me was stupid and that you deserved better, so I pushed you away. Self-sabotaging. Whether we did that or other people did that, it is a thing, and it does happen. You were the only one that was there for me. I was mired in so much self-pity, self-hate, and I was blaming everything on you instead of taking accountability myself. I am sorry that I let you down. I am sorry that you believed in me. I am sorry that I hurt you. And I am sorry that I tried to take everything from you and ruin your good name. You deserved better. Don't waste your time on me. They're still feeling like they aren't good enough and like you deserve better, they don't deserve you and all that kind of shit. See, that's even said in this part. Reach for the sky. I know that you can accomplish anything. Even if I tried to convince you otherwise because I was scared that you would see that you deserved better and find it somewhere else. So, damn, it's amazing how much somebody who hurts you so badly can love you at times and how much they can put you through because of the pain they're feeling themselves. But I feel like you are starting to see that it had nothing to do with you, and you're starting to change your self-view because of it. Because you're seeing that this had everything to do with them and not with you. The motivation to come and get it tonight may definitely be something that you are working hard towards. And at the same time, you're starting to realize that they didn't need the motivation to come and get it. They needed to love themselves to come and get it. We have the Queen of Pentacles. You are now knowing your value, your worth. You are a dedicated person, a caring, loving, nurturing person. Someone who puts a lot of time, effort, and attention on whatever it is that's important to you. You are somebody who has built yourself up and you have built others up. And this beautiful bounty that you are growing all around you is going to start showing. You are really going to start seeing a lot of beauty coming into your life because of the effort that you have put in around you, but also because of your ability to see yourself as deserving of it. You have to be able to see yourself deserving things before those things can come into you. Yeah, and in the past, I really feel like you felt alone, out in the cold, hurt, lost, like you didn't deserve anything, like you were lacking in some sort of way, like you were unworthy in some sort of way. You may have even been left out on the cold because you deserved things so much as well. But I really feel like even when you were alone, you weren't really alone. And you are starting to really see and appreciate just how much you learned from that experience, how much you learned to love yourself, how much you learned to enforce boundaries, how much you learned about respecting yourself and caring for yourself and nurturing yourself as much as you do for others around you. And I really feel like in doing that, you have shown people what you deserve as well. The Eight of Cups, the World, and the Hierophant. So in walking away from anything that was less than you deserved, from anything that tore you down or tore you apart, from walking away from situations that made you feel alone, out in the cold, undeserving, unwanted, uncared for, you have showed people just what your value and your worth is. You have showed yourself that. You have really healed a lot of your inner childhood wounds by standing up for yourself and doing what's right for you like nobody has in your life before. You had to do it for yourself to show yourself just how much you were worth and just how much you deserved. I feel like there's definitely an ending that has taken place in your life that has allowed you to see yourself and just what effect you have on the world around you, just how much beauty you bring to the world around you. And there could even be some traveling in your near future that you're going to be doing as well. And if so, it could be for business or it could be very good for business. It could really help you to learn things that are going to help with your skills as well. There could be some sort of law situation coming in the near future that is going to be going in your favor. There could even be people that are wanting to petition, that are wanting to come in and pay you for the skills that you have, or are wanting to come in and care for you the way that you have cared for others. Queen of Pentacles again. The Three of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Somebody could have been very much in your ego. They could have really broken your heart because of the fact that they were so much in their ego. You could have broken your own heart by being in your own ego in some sort of way as well, but you're ending whatever cycle this is. You are recognizing yourself, recognizing your skills, recognizing your talents, your worth. You are being loyal to yourself even before you are being loyal to others around you. Yourself is your most highest priority now, your highest loyalty. And I feel like you are really starting to see as well that you deserve that same loyalty and recognition coming in from the outside as you give to yourself. And I feel like that recognition is coming in. I feel like you're going to really be enjoying life, living life, having fun, going out, having a good time. I really feel like people are going to be recognizing your worth, your value, your beauty, your skills, your knowledge, your loyalty as well. Your stability, your honesty, your integrity, your dignity. The way that you hold yourself is going to be being recognized by the outside world. I also feel like there definitely could have been a situation where somebody may have actually left somebody for somebody else. And I think that people are realizing now that nobody left anybody for somebody else. They left them for themselves. You were loyal to you. Somebody may have even thought that you left them for somebody else, not because of what they were doing to you. But now they're seeing the truth that they left you, or that you left them because because you felt alone. Because you felt alone, you felt out in the cold, you felt unrecognized, you felt like there was no gratitude for your work or for your effort or for your skills or your dedication, for the loyalty you showed them, for the care, for the kindness, the concern, the generosity, the time, the energy, the effort. There was no recognition of that. There was no love of that. And somebody may have just been jealous that you left them for somebody else. They may have been blaming everybody else in the world instead of looking in the mirror and understanding that you left them for you. Not for anyone else, but for you. And in doing so, you showed everybody how to treat you because they realized that you're not going to put up with that shit forever. You're not going to put up with anything less than what you're worth anymore. You're not going to give your time, your energy, and effort to those who would not do the same for you, to those who would not recognize you, to those who took all of your credit and left you out in the cold, fending for yourself. To those who broke your heart and shattered it into pieces by not being the person that you thought that they were. Let's see what is coming into you for standing your ground and appreciating yourself to that level and being able to walk away from situations that were not giving back to you in the way that you deserved. Protection. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. Successful career. A happy working environment, pay raises, promotions, recognition of your skills, your energy, your effort, your time. You are really going to be ending a cycle of doing everything for everyone with nothing in return, and you are going to start getting in return for what you're putting out there as well, because you have chosen not to just give it away, but to recognize your own skills, effort, and energy, and to really take care of yourself too, instead of just everyone else. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. So you are really, I feel like for a lot of you, you may have even moved away from this person because this person couldn't handle you working on yourself, working on your finances, working on your stability, working on things that really improved your stature or standing in life so that you were not dependent on them, but you had your own. She has her own. She's got her own. That song by Neo is what's coming to mind. I feel like you guys may have been held back or stopped by someone who was trying to keep you from going after things that would improve your life, that would make you less dependent on them, because they didn't want you to leave. They didn't want to be left out. They didn't want to be on their own or alone, because they felt like you improving yourself in this way, you were already so amazing as it was. If you improved yourself in this way, that you were going to be far out of their league, and you were going to know it, and you were going to have a lot of people that were far out of their league coming after you, and there was nothing they were going to be able to do to stop it, and you were going to leave. And what's funny is you left anyway. You left because they wouldn't allow you your freedom. They didn't trust your loyalty, your commitment, your solidity, your honesty, your integrity. They called all of that into question by questioning whether or not you would be there at the end of the day if they supported you, and they didn't support you either. So you walked away from these energies that were not giving support, that were not giving recognition, that were not giving you your just dues. And in return, you are receiving everything that you deserve. And also, you are receiving recognition that even when you get those things that you deserved, you are still going to be loyal to those that are actually loyal to you. You're still going to be supportive of those who are supportive of you. And if they are not, you are going to move away from those people, because you are not somebody who can just be shafted and thrown in the corner. You are somebody who deserves to be highlighted as much as you highlight others in your life as well. So yeah. You guys are definitely on your path towards success, and this success is stemming from recognizing your own value and worth instead of expecting that recognition to come from outside yourself, because you knew that if you waited for that day, it would never happen. You had to recognize yourself. You had to be the leader in your own life, and you had to go after what you felt was right so that it could come into your life. In between messages, if anybody would like to donate or purchase a question, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list in the description box below. And I really do appreciate anybody who does that. And it really does help me out, guys. Likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of that stuff really does help me out. If you wanted to check out my other channel, D Storytime, you can find that in the description box below as well. All my poems on here are featured channel, and it really does help me out if you could give me some likes, comments, shares, and subscribes over there too. Anything that you can do to help support me, as I'm here to help support you, I really do appreciate. And I really do, yeah, as you bless me, you will be blessed too, because I am here to bless others. And any who curse me will receive that same in return. Fish. Rebirth, good luck, good health, creativity, damn it. Feelings, fertility, independent, adaptable, instinctive. There may be a situation that you are facing that mirrors your emotions, and subtle awareness to influence you to move forward. Happiness, intelligence, strength, endurance, all of these are gifts that are brought to you by the spirit animal on your journey. You are being shown a deep awareness of the unconscious or your higher self. Do not fight. Go with the flow and allow yourself to be guided forward. Knowledge, wisdom, inspiration, and prophecy are all symbols of fish in ancient Celtic traditions. Transformation is at your door, a chance to go deeper within. Faith and trust in the abundance that comes from allowing instead of trying to control it right now. Liberation from the confines of societal norms or mass consciousness. Remember that you are free to swim when and where you wish. You have immense determination, but remain flexible and adaptable. Sometimes it is good to swim against the current. Know when it is necessary and when it is best to go with the flow. So you are now really starting to see when and where your efforts are most appreciated and where they do the most good. When and where you are really seen, valued, and appreciated, and who's going to give back to you. And you're also starting to see what you want to do, where you want to go, and why you might have been stuck and stagnant or questioning that in the past. Because a lot more of your thoughts may have been on what people thought or what people wanted for you or what people wanted for themselves instead of what you wanted and what you should be doing and what you felt most good doing or where your passions truly lied. And now you are really stepping more fully into that and freeing yourself of any of the nastiness of the past. I love you. Why are you here watching this? What do you want? Is something missing? Do you not love me? My arms are open and I am waiting. Come home to me. I miss your smell, your touch, your laughter, your jokes, your eyes, and your smile. So there could definitely be somebody waiting for you to make the choice in a situation. For some of you, this may actually be somebody who needs to make that choice themselves because maybe in the past they did not appreciate you or value you. And now it's their turn to put in that time and effort where you have done so in the past. And if you are not the person who put in that time and effort, you might have been not seeing the time or effort of somebody else and how much they have been really putting into this situation because of the past pain, hurt, or hardship that you have endured. Why does it seem like my guides have forsaken me and left me alone to bleed? Why do they allow people to continuously hurt me? Doesn't mean you're not a good person. Why does it seem like I am alone? You aren't, even if it feels that way. Think back on the time when things could have been worse but weren't. Ask for strength to make it through these trials. So what that brings to mind for me, I was with somebody at one point and they were a little bit homicidal, suicidal. We were in the car together and we're driving past this lake. I have no idea where we were. I couldn't even get back to that point if I wanted to today. We were on this deserted road next to this lake and they were talking about, oh, why do they have to have all these guardrails here? Because if these guardrails weren't here, we could just drive off into that and die together. And this serious thrill of fear shot through me for a minute there. And all of a sudden, the radio starts playing, "Not gonna drown in the water, 'cause the good Lord ain't bringing me home." And I had already had a discussion with this person about how I have a purpose in this life and there's things that I'm meant to do. And I just started laughing as I was looking at him, and he's just looking at me like, "What the fuck?" And I pointed to the radio and I was like, "Listen to the song that's playing right now. If you drive off of that, then the only person that's going to die here today is you. I'm still going to have to live. And guess what? I've never been too fond of Romeo and Juliet anyway. Not the way that they died like that. So, that's not what I'm looking for." And really, think back for a moment, and I'm sure that you can realize some situations in your life where there is damn strong proof of the fact that you have people watching over you. They are not meant to protect you from every single hurt or hardship or pain or injustice or unhappiness that you experience in life, because guess what? We have to go through things to learn things. We have to go through things to be able to experience things. We have to go through things to be who we are today. If we didn't go through those things, we wouldn't be ourselves. Do you know that they say that 99% of the empaths of this world were created through abuse? There wouldn't be empaths on this world if there wasn't abuse for them to experience, because the reason that we feel everybody else's emotions so strongly is because we've been through those emotions. We've been through that pain. We've experienced those things. And if we didn't experience those things, we would not be able to see those things in others. We would not be able to understand how they felt. We would not be able to put ourselves in their shoes. You're only able to put yourself in shoes that you've been in, right? Kind of like all the things that I went through over the last couple of years. I could look at it as, oh, I had nobody protecting me. Oh, I had nobody watching over me. Or I could look at it as, what did I ask them for before all these things started to happen? I asked to be a healer, a stronger one than I already was. I asked to be able to be there for more people than I already was. So I had to go through a lot of pain, a lot of hardship, a lot of hurt the last couple of years. And yes, it did hurt. But I went through those things for a reason. I went through those things so that I could be there for the people that I am there for today. Without those things, I would not be who I am today. Just like without the child abuse, the molestation that I went through as a kid from a few different people, the rapes that I experienced, without those things, I would not be who I am today. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that." I'm not. I'm not sorry I went through a damn thing I went through. And I wouldn't change any of it. Not for $1 billion trillion. Not for the best life on earth with absolutely nothing happening. Because guess what? I wouldn't be who I am, and who I am is more important than that. So is who you are. Someone is looking for a come up. Don't let others take advantage of what you have to offer. Hobosexual, someone who gets into relationships for the sole purpose of a place to stay. As Virgos generally think, trust, but verify. Usually fits Cancers as well. Check sources, ask questions, don't allow them to pull the wool over your eyes. Remember as well, some like to cause problems where there are none. Check your sources too. A lot have said similar about me, but I am a demisexual as an empath. There is always love for all. So, there could be people trying to tell you that somebody in your life is in it for a bad purpose, and there could be some people that are actually in your life for a bad purpose. And you can say, "Oh, why are you not protecting me?" Or you can do the work yourself to protect yourself. You can make sure that you are looking into the people that are in your life. You can make sure that you are doing the things you should be to take care of yourself and protect yourself, doing the things that a good parent would be. If you had a teenage girl or a teenage boy even, and they were going out with certain people, would you want to meet those people? Would you want to get to know them a little bit? Would you be checking out to see if they have a record? Things like that. Then you should be doing those things for yourself too. Make sure that you put the sources you have within your own power to use to be able to take care of yourself too, and not just expecting that the universe do all of it for you. But also know, trust, and have faith that you are protected, that you are guided, that you are looked after. There are signs that come your way. There are messages that come your way. And they come your way so you can see those things. Hidden pain. I cry these silent tears today. Compassion has never came my way. If I'm upset, it's always crazy. All my thoughts are so hazy. I'm always there to give a hug. My heartstrings, they always tug. But on the flip side, I'm alone. No one wants to enter that crazy zone. I'm treated as less for my tears or opening up and expressing my fears. It's all allowed for all but me. I'm tired of not being free. Why is it okay for others to cry, but when it's me, they can't understand why? I haven't always been the best on this front, accused others like me of having a front, all because it was done to me. I now know better and set you free. So it's time to set yourself free, and it's time to set others free as well. It's time to not care if anybody thinks you're crazy and to cry anyway. Who gives a flying fuck what those assholes think? Who cares if they want to call you weak? Who cares if they want to say you're a pussy? Who cares if they want to say that you're crazy or that you're just a big baby or that you're emotionally manipulative? Who gives a flying fuck? And guess what? If you're worried about those things and you're judging yourself by their eyes, then you're also doing that to other people. Which means as you free yourself of this and you're able to be more your authentic self and you're able to express yourself more vulnerably and sensitively and intuitively, you're more able to just be you and not worry so much about that crap. You also become a comfort zone for others to be themselves. You also allow others to be more free as themselves instead of having to hide themselves or mask themselves or be something other than authentic. They feel comfortable enough around you to be that authentic person because you are too. And most of the time, people will tell you their truth anyway if you just look at the body language. Friend or frenemy, most likely the same sex. So you might have somebody who's jealous of you, bitter, resentful, somebody who's competing with you that may be the same sex as you and that is trying to get into places that you are actually the one that's meant to be in. Say bitch, snow the product. Somebody that you may actually even be lifting up, that you may not be in competition with, that you may actually be there to support and love and care about, that is not showing that same energy back to you. Sugar honey iced tea, Nokia, katana, Nokia, could have possibly jumped you or wanted to or tried to set you up in some sort of way. Afraid of your power, jealous that you do what you want regardless of the opinions of others. And when you, trust me, when you are that authentic, there are a lot of people that are jealous out there, and it has nothing to do with you. It's all their own projections. Remind them of how amazing they are, and let them know that you feel that energy coming your way. It'll surprise the fuck out of them. And it's authentic. It's authentic. Be you, regardless of what anybody thinks, regardless of whether or not somebody wants to call you crazy. Oh, you're crazy. I wasn't feeling that. Oh, you don't even know what's going on over here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I was just trying to make you feel better anyway, asshole. Your beauty is so great. It is not just surface deep either. When I look in the mirror, I am disgusted by what I see. That isn't surface deep either. What I have done is unforgivable. So this is somebody who is hating themselves, very severely hating themselves. This could even be somebody who's very suicidal as well. But I just can't seem to stop myself. I am so jealous of all the attention that you get, and I want it for myself. But I know as long as I am filled with hatred for myself and for others, I will never get what you have. How do you do it? How do you love yourself after everything? I know that you haven't had it easy either. I know that you have been in my shoes, but I can't imagine you ever behaving as I have. How will I ever forgive myself for the things that I have done? I tell myself every day that I'm going to stop, spreading rumors and lies. But it's like I'm watching myself from the outside and I'm unable to stop myself from the actions. My pain has a life of its own. My mental illnesses don't help either. I use them as a crutch, and I use every excuse I can as a crutch not to change what I am or what I need to, and not to work on myself, instead of constantly looking at everyone else and shifting the blame. Knows that you are amazing and that everyone sees your truth. That no matter what they say about you, it will never change things. They can't stand themselves, and so they have a really hard time being able to stand anyone else too, being able to really see the beauty in the world around them, because they don't see that beauty inside themselves. So this is somebody who is very much hating themselves and hurting. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse. It isn't an excuse for people to treat you badly. It just isn't. There isn't an excuse for some of the things that people do. But what I am saying is this helps you to understand it. This helps you to be able to release it. And this helps you to see that anything they're doing to you has absolutely nothing to do with you. And it has everything to do with how they feel about themselves and how they're projecting that onto you. If they're running around telling lies or rumors about you sleeping around with people, it's because they're sleeping around with people and they're feeling guilty or ashamed of it. If you send the money, we can answer your question right now. If you want to purchase a private personal reading, then you can also do that through my email found in the description box as well. We can do a quick question before I sign off today. I am just about done with this. And then I will answer your question after you send the money and post it. Homeless but not hopeless. Thank you. My fingertips are numb, alone, some forgotten bum. Winter is almost here. Fall is close enough that I fear. Abundance I can almost taste. This time will not go to waste. Enough to take care of those close to me, enough to live our lives free. A place that none will fear will go is a forever home, and that's what I'll sow. With plants and trees, life's necessities. Enough to travel with my girls, and seeing new cultures their mind unfurls. Moving forward, looking back, time to finally unpack. Abundance is mine, it's plain to see, enough to finally set me free. So you are definitely working on something. At the beginning of this session, too, there was actually a lot about this, that you're working on a lot of things that are really going to bring a very strong, stable foundation into your life, something that is really going to be something none can ever take away from you. And you could definitely have some people around you that are very upset by this, very jealous of this, feeling very much left out in the cold because of this, feeling like they need to compete with you because of this, when really you would have been happy just being on their team and bringing them up with you. And they really don't see it that way. They just don't. And so there could be people that are kicking you while you're down so that you don't ever get up again. And that's okay, because guess what? You're still going to get up again. And these people are going to be stuck in that down position until they decide to crawl out of it themselves instead of blaming it on you. Rebel with a cause. And if you guys want to find these poems, you can find them on Dee's StoryTime. It's in my description box below. There's a link for it. You wish that I'd stay in the lines, but inside my heart it whines. Do this, do that, it's always your say. Nothing could ever be another way. Conformity is what you wish of me. Authenticity is all that you'll see. Being outcast supposed to make me change. You can't handle me at full range. I don't live by the rules that you make. I could never be so fake. Alas, you find me here alone, but still my skills I will hone. A sharpened blade for the day when you realize that you can't take my voice away. So it doesn't matter what you are going through, and it doesn't matter how much they try to take from you, how alone you seem to be, how little resources you seem to have. The divine beings will take care of you, and you will have a way to make this path forward, because this is your life purpose and this is your path. And you will continue to work down it and towards it, and you will not let anybody take your voice away or cause you to turn from what you feel like is your path and your purpose in this life. And that commitment, that stability, that strength, that persistence, that faith, that trust, that belief in yourself and in your purpose is what is going to pull you through and cause you to rise above. Death brings peace. Death would be such a sweet release. With death, I would find so much peace. I could rest my weary head at last. No more dealing with this lot that was cast. Everyone would have such sweet things to say. But where was everyone today? They all say that they care, but I don't see anyone anywhere. I'd finally be free to go home. No more need to search and roam. At long last, my eyes would close, knowing that this is the path I chose. Sorry about that. My phone overheated a little bit, and so the live stream got interrupted. So, like I was saying, you guys definitely have been through the ringer. You may have even been feeling very out alone in the cold, like people were just against you for no reason and there was nothing that you could do about that. But know that there's going to be a massive transformation that's going to bring so much peace into your life. You are really going to be able to find a place where you belong and a place where nobody could ever take it from you again. People that you belong around, really going to be finding a lot of good things going forward. And it's because of your commitment to your path, your commitment to your purpose, your commitment to doing the right thing and trying to live a life of good deeds. So I got your payment, Bernard. And anytime you are ready to ask your question, we can get started on that. Sorry about the connection being lost for a minute there. My phone is retarded sometimes, and it has a tendency to overheat. In the meantime, while we're waiting for you to write your question. Oh, okay. If there's anything that you need to know. What's funny is I just put the ancestor messages secrets exposed too. So that fits very well if there's anything you need to know. Let's see what they want to say to you. I really feel like you need to know that there are a lot of good things about you. That is definitely something that is coming through. You are very positive and joyful, and others do not think that it's genuine. They can't get to you or bring you down because you are used to the darkness, being attracted to the light that you possess, and you know how to handle it. So, you know how to handle anyone or anything that is trying to bring you down or trying to disturb your peace. And you are very positive, joyful energy in this world. And there may be some people out there who are trying to destroy that energy, but you are safe and you are protected. And you definitely have it within yourself to be able to fight against this without allowing it to take over yourself. You are someone who loves your alone time. Others don't always understand this. Most people cannot handle their own company, but you love your peace and your solitude. It is beautiful to see someone who needs no one. So, you're a very independent person as well. You are somebody who works well, whether it's in a group or on your own. I feel like you work very well alone. And you really do a lot of good things. I feel like you do a lot of good things. So really focus on that. Believe in that. Trust that just because there's some haters out there does not mean that you are not an amazing person. You are on fire. Everything that you touch turns to gold. You are far more noticed than you know, and you are so humble. You are also very kind to others. So you're a very kind person. You really bring a lot of happiness and joy to the world around you. You bring a lot of life to the world around you as well. And I feel like there's a lot of good things coming into your life because of your passion. Whatever it is that you're working on, that you're passionate about, is really going to be bringing very fertile energy into your life. Your commitment and your loyalty are amazing. You protect those that you love with a fiery passion. No one can cause you to turn on your family and friends. So people really love your loyalty. They love your commitment as well. The fact that you are somebody who defends yourself, your values, and the people that you love with a fiery passion, that you stand up for what you feel to be right. And sorry about that again. Is it back yet? Your intelligence is off the chart. Your mental clarity abilities are amazing and sometimes very intimidating. Good. I'm glad it's back. Okay, so you're a very intelligent person. You're very committed, very loyal. You are really on fire in your passions and your pursuits. And you are somebody who really does very good when you're alone. So, you know what? These people that are trying to bother you at this moment in time are starting to realize that nothing they do is affecting you simply because you are good on your own. It doesn't matter if they're in your life. You sure probably love to have people in your life, but it's not something that is necessary or that you need. Strange things are happening. Gay. What are your dreams telling you? Keep your hands clean. Invitation. Distance yourself. Real friends. Don't let loss steal your shine. Removal of negative energy and curses. So there could definitely be some energy work needed here. You might need to focus on energy protection, energy healing, cleansing, making sure that you are not holding on to the negative energies or vibrations that other people are sending out as well. Make sure that you are giving that back to the earth for healing and transmutation to raise the vibrations of the collective, calling back the pieces of yourself, your soul, your energy throughout time and space back to you, and protecting that energy from the outside so that your energy is not being affected or weighed down by the energies of others. 8 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. You might be being directed to express your love in some sort of way, to give love where love has been given to you. You might be being directed to let out your inner self more and to really free your heart. To get out of your thoughts and stop overthinking things. I feel like that could definitely be something that the energy healing and protection is going to help you with, is being able to get out of your thoughts, being able to see things in a different light, not feeling like the whole world is out to get you, because I feel like there could be a lot of negative energy coming your way from others and it's not necessarily that they're even sending it to you. Someone could be sending some energy to you, but I'm feeling more like they are feeling that way, and you're picking up on how they're feeling, and it's becoming your own feelings. And so that energy protection, that detachment, empaths really have to learn how to do that, because you will actually pick up on their energies and make it your own energy. And I feel like that is keeping you from expressing what you want, keeping you from going after what you want, maybe even from reconciling certain situations. There is definitely a need here to be able to heal the root of your problems emotionally as well. Being able to learn about what is causing you pain emotionally and grow your emotions, your emotional awareness, your emotional mentality and intelligence as well. I feel like you are a very, very intelligent person though, and you really are going to be quite capable of being able to improve yourself on this front. I'm glad this is fitting so well as well. I really am. So for the work that you are being asked to put in to heal the root of the problems going on within your heart so that you can express yourself more fully and let yourself out more. The blessings that are going to be coming your way as you free yourself from overthinking and the paranoia and the placing people on pedestals, or possibly even kind of unintentionally emotionally manipulating situations. It's an unintentional thing though. It's not something you're doing on purpose. It's something that is happening because you have placed people on a pedestal, or because you have or because you aren't really expressing your own truth of your emotions. So it's coming off as emotional manipulation when it really isn't. It's just because you are holding back what you're really feeling, and other people can feel when you're holding back what you're feeling. Kind of like you can feel the emotions of others, other people can feel when you're holding back what you're feeling. The blessings that are going to be coming your way for working on these things, there may be a very big reconciliation in your life. Dragonfly and the 6 of Cups both are about reconciliations. There are going to be relationships coming back together and healing for your hard work towards healing yourself and growing emotionally. And the light that you bring this world is going to be enhanced quite a bit as well. by your ability to heal yourself, because you're going to be able to give back to this world in a very different way than what you are now. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. So there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of moving up in the world, a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance coming your way. And it's going to be for your efforts and your ability to listen to the messages and the signs and synchronicities that are coming your way. Your commitment to going down the path that your guides are trying to guide you down. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. So once again, it could definitely be a love situation that's reconciling for you. It doesn't have to be, but there is definitely going to be happy love entering your life, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's in partnerships, whether that's in family and friendships. There's going to be a lot of happiness and a lot of joy in those connections, and there's going to be a lot of emotional healing going on in those connections as you heal yourself. Perseverance, the mountaintop, I was going to say the mountaintop. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. So you are really going to be motivated to keep going. There's going to be little signs, there's going to be little hints that you're on the right path. There's going to be a lot of recognition as well. I feel like you're going to be being recognized by yourself, and this recognition that you're giving yourself is going to give you the motivation to get to the top, to keep going despite the odds, to really have this faith, this trust, and this perseverance in what you've been working on and the goals that you have. And I feel like everything's really going to be coming together in a way that is going to show you that you really were right. That you really were right to be working this hard towards what you had to work on. Some people might have told you you were wasting your time, or that this wasn't worth putting this effort in for. And you weren't putting it in for this situation. You were putting it in for yourself, and you're starting to see that now and understand that now. And that is really going to motivate you to continue going forward, to realize that other people don't even know what they're talking about when it comes to your life, because it's your life. And the things that you believe in and the things that you dream about are there for a reason. So that's what I have for that message.